For centuries, human adaptability has been our ultimate safety net. Beat. Technology destroys old jobs, sure, but it always creates new ones. We have historically relied on that comforting economic rule, but, well, that safety net might have just evaporated completely. 2-sec silence.
Yeah, it is a profound and honestly pretty unsettling technological shift.
Welcome to our deep dive for today. We're unpacking a massive paradigm shift in human work. We will also analyze the staggering pace of recent AI news.
Right, the news cycle is just moving at light speed right now.
And we will explore NVIDIA's latest breakthroughs in agent memory. We really want to guide you through this complex, shifting landscape.
We definitely have a lot of ground to cover today. I mean, the daily advancements are starting to blur together.
Let's start with the biggest conceptual hurdle we face. Daniel Kokotajlo is a former researcher at OpenAI. He recently shared some fascinating insights on a popular podcast.
His perspective is incredibly sobering for anyone paying attention. He fundamentally challenges our basic assumptions about the future.
The historical rule always felt so reliable first. Technology automated narrow tasks, and humans simply shifted their focus.
Exactly. Automation was always incredibly narrow in its actual scope. The mechanical loom automated weaving, but not complex problem solving. The factory assembly line automated purely physical, repetitive movements. Humans just moved into brand new, more complex roles.
We were always the ultimate reliable fallback plan.
Right, and we possessed highly generalized learning capabilities. The industrial machines did not possess that kind of adaptability.
But Kokotajlo points out a massive, insurmountable brick wall. Major AI labs have one single stated goal right now. They aim to build systems capable of all cognitive labor.
That completely changes the entire economic equation for us.
Yeah, it does.
A superintelligent system is not just another narrow tool. It is not just a better, faster mechanical loom. It is being designed to be better than us globally. It is designed to be infinitely cheaper at absolutely everything.
This is where the concept gets really daunting. Imagine a brand new job category is created tomorrow. A job created directly by the AI revolution itself. The AI is already perfectly equipped to do it.
It creates a perfectly closed, self-sustaining economic loop. The AI doesn't just replace the old legacy jobs, it preemptively absorbs the newly created jobs as well.
It's like playing a frantic game of musical chairs. But now the chairs are learning how to play, and they're playing the game better than we can.
That is a brilliant and terrifyingly accurate analogy. Beat. We always assumed our complex brains were the safe harbor. We thought cognitive flexibility was our permanent, undeniable advantage.
I mean, I still wrestle with prompt drift myself, honestly. The idea of a machine constantly out-adapting us is daunting.
It forces a total, uncomfortable reevaluation of human value. If we cannot outthink the machine, what are we doing?
Which brings up a really crucial philosophical question for you. How does this shift our fundamental drive to learn?
It basically strips away the economic incentive for cognitive mastery. If learning no longer guarantees financial security, learning becomes intrinsic.
Right.
We will learn for personal fulfillment, not just market survival. It forces us to define human value completely differently.
So we adapt by finding purpose outside of purely cognitive labor.
Precisely. Our future purpose must transcend mere economic productivity.
Let's connect this theoretical loss to our current reality. We are seeing unstoppable momentum this very week. Beat. The culture and the industry are moving incredibly fast.
It is genuinely hard to keep up with the sheer volume.
Take the viral Erling Haaland video from a few days ago. The soccer star gets scared by his own mirror reflection.
Yeah, it looked incredibly real to almost everyone who watched it.
But it was likely a highly sophisticated AI-generated deepfake. You really have to watch both versions to decide yourself. This touches on a massive, growing issue of public trust.
Christopher Nolan recently weighed in on this exact cultural problem. He called AI an obvious, dangerous Trojan horse.
That is a very strong phrase from a major director.
He essentially said, everyone knows what is hiding inside it. He noted that young people are actively calling it AI slop, and he thinks those younger audiences might actually be right.
We are definitely seeing that slop flood into app stores. Apple says Nudify apps are strictly banned on their platform. Yet security officials still found 8 apps bypassing the filters.
Yeah, and these specific apps were directly linked to harmful deepfake generation.
Apple removed 3, and developers could lose their accounts entirely.
It clearly shows how difficult platform enforcement has truly become. The generative volume is simply overwhelming the manual review processes.
And this highlights a really important technical transition here. Generating infinite garbage content requires massive amounts of computing power.
Right, and that slop is actively eating up valuable server capacity.
Despite the slop, the global consumer demand is just insane.
Right.
Kimi K3 just had to halt all their new subscriptions.
The server demand was simply too high for their current infrastructure. Newcomers are now permanently stuck on a growing waitlist.
Existing users are safe, but it shows the massive strain. Fable 5 is doing something very similar this week. Starting today, their platform is strictly limited to premium tiers.
Pro and Team Standard users are getting heavily restricted now. They will receive $100 credits for pay-per-use access. It is a desperate move to manage overwhelming server traffic.
Then you look over at the massive enterprise side. Fireworks just raised $1.5 billion in funding.
They raised that at a $17.5 billion valuation. That is a staggering amount of capital for infrastructure.
They already passed $1 billion in annualized revenue. Their platform currently processes over 40 trillion tokens every single day.
Most of that data flows through highly customized enterprise AI models. 40 trillion tokens daily is genuinely hard to even comprehend.
This massive, boundless digital demand is creating a brutal squeeze. We are seeing a severe bottleneck in physical hardware globally.
The current ASML situation perfectly illustrates this physical bottleneck. Beat. They are facing unprecedented pressure to deliver manufacturing equipment.
They are a massive, critical chip hardware giant in Europe, and they are offering 20,000 euros in shares to employees.
They're doing this just to convince them to stay until 2030. Around 44,500 employees qualify for this retention bonus.
They are desperately preparing for even stronger AI hardware demand. Building these EUV lithography machines is incredibly complex manual labor.
They absolutely need elite human talent to build the physical infrastructure. Without those specialized workers, the global chip supply chain collapses entirely.
Meanwhile, massive new digital models just keep dropping continuously. Qwen 3.8 Max Preview is now officially live for developers.
You can test its capabilities on Qwen Chat and Alibaba Cloud. We're still patiently waiting to see the official benchmark scores, but a highly anticipated open-weight release could be coming next.
I have to ask you about this crazy exponential curve. Is this level of hypergrowth actually sustainable, or will we hit a physical wall?
We are absolutely going to hit hard physical constraints very soon. Global power grids and supply chains simply cannot scale infinitely. The digital software side is advancing much faster than physical hardware.
Right. Boundless digital demand is bottlenecked by physical chips and human talent. Mid-roll sponsor break.
Welcome back to our ongoing deep dive. Before the break, we discussed the intense global hardware squeeze. Now, let's look at how software developers are actively adapting.
They essentially have to make the software smarter and vastly cheaper. They desperately need to cope with that massive, overwhelming server demand.
NVIDIA just dropped a truly massive new software release. They released advanced open models for RAG and agent memory.
These are highly optimized, commercially available AI embedding models. They're built specifically to handle complex agentic data retrieval.
Let's clarify a highly technical concept for you first. What exactly is RAG? Giving an AI a searchable library so it doesn't hallucinate facts. That is a wonderfully concise way to explain the mechanism. Without RAG, an AI just guesses answers based on training data. With RAG, it actually looks up the correct facts first.
When AI agents pull up the wrong information, things break. This new NVIDIA release is designed to fix that exact problem.
It creates a much stronger grounding wire for enterprise applications.
The flagship model in this release has a very long name. It is officially called the Nemotron 3 Embed 8. BBF16.
It just proudly took first place on the RTEB leaderboard.
It hit an impressive 78.5% retrieval score. But let's explain what that leaderboard actually means for developers.
The RTEB leaderboard rigorously tests how accurately models find facts. It measures how reliably the system retrieves the correct context.
When retrieval fails, the AI agents get terrible internal evidence.
Right, and bad evidence inevitably leads to endless extra searches. The AI gets confused and just keeps querying the database repeatedly.
That means significantly longer processing times for the end user, and it results in much higher token bills for the company.
Accuracy is directly tied to the fundamental economics of AI.
NVIDIA also dropped 2 smaller 1B variants alongside the flagship. These are specifically designed for cost and latency-sensitive enterprise setups.
The smaller 1B variant still scored 72.4%. That is highly respectable for a much smaller, cheaper neural model.
There is also a highly specialized Blackwell-optimized version now available. It can easily handle up to twice the normal traffic volume.
It does that while keeping over 99% of baseline accuracy.
All three models can process 32,000 tokens at once. We really need to unpack why that specific number matters.
That massive context window is a profound technological upgrade. It means the AI can basically read an entire book instantly.
It makes them perfect for reading incredibly long, complex documents. They can scan deep proprietary code bases or massive agent interaction histories.
NVIDIA built these impressive models using some truly fascinating techniques. They utilized a method called structured pruning during the development.
Let's explain structured pruning simply. It means trimming unnecessary connections so it runs much faster.
Think of it exactly like pruning dead branches off a tree. The network becomes leaner, faster, and uses far less energy.
They also use a technique called advanced teacher distillation. This is a smaller model learning directly from a massive one.
The small AI basically absorbs the wisdom of the supercomputer. It allows for incredible efficiency without losing the core intelligence.
They also gradually increase the training contexts over time.
The sheer engineering brilliance behind this is truly remarkable to witness. Whoa! Imagine scaling to 1 billion queries without losing that precision.
Better initial retrieval means your agents do much less busy work.
You successfully feed the system accurate context on the very first try. Enterprise developers can mathematically expect far fewer redundant search loops.
That results in noticeably lower token costs across the board. It completely changes the fundamental economics of running AI agents. Beat? We are also seeing other practical infrastructure tools emerging rapidly. They're all actively riding this new wave of software efficiency.
The tool called Basert is a fantastic example of this trend. It efficiently runs local AI models directly on Apple's silicon chips.
And it impressively runs up to 6.4 times faster. It is significantly faster than the standard llama.CPP local framework.
Just for clarity, llama.CPP is basically code for running AI locally. Basert makes that on-device AI incredibly fast and surprisingly easy.
We're also seeing analytical tools like OpenSEO gaining traction. It offers highly affordable keyword research and deep competitor analysis.
It seamlessly handles complex backlinks and site audits for smarter strategies.
SpyCost is another really interesting consumer-focused tool we found. It meticulously tracks hidden product price histories across the internet.
It actively reveals fake discounts so you know when deals are real. It protects consumers from deceptive algorithmic pricing on major storefronts.
And finally, a tool called Kobe offers privacy-friendly, cookieless analytics. It accurately tracks website traffic and funnels, setting up in seconds.
These tools all represent the crucial shift toward efficient AI application.
So, bringing this back to the core enterprise infrastructure debate. How does reliable memory change the commercial viability of AI agents?
It transforms them from expensive experimental toys into highly scalable workers. Without memory, an agent furiously wastes money hallucinating and searching blindly. With reliable memory, it becomes an efficient, autonomous digital employee.
So better memory means fewer search loops and much lower token bills.
Exactly. It makes complex, autonomous workflows economically feasible for everyday businesses.
Let's take a step back and look at the big picture here. We are clearly moving past AI as a simple, narrow tool.
It is definitely no longer just a fun digital novelty. This is true even despite the influx of deepfake slop.
NVIDIA is vastly improving the core foundational memory of AI. Global platforms are effortlessly processing trillions of tokens every single day.
The technology is rapidly evolving into a true general-purpose entity.
Which brings us completely full circle to Daniel Kokotajlo's earlier warning.
We are actively, deliberately building the replacement for all cognitive labor. We are doing it piece by piece, model by model.
The historical safety net of human adaptability is truly fraying now. The digital tools we are building are literally designed to out-adapt us.
It forces society to fundamentally reconsider the future of human purpose. We have to figure out what comes after purely cognitive work.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive today. Please subscribe and share this specific conversation with a curious friend, especially someone who is intensely curious about the rapidly approaching future.
We always deeply appreciate you listening and continuously learning alongside us.
We want to leave you with one lingering, provocative question today. A heavy thought to mull over as you navigate this changing world. Beat. If a superintelligence will eventually be perfectly equipped to do any new cognitive job its own revolution creates, will the only highly valued human jobs left in 2030 be the ones that require pure physical touch, empathy, and in-person human presence? 2 sec silence. Outro music.